What is going on, guys? Brad here from Pickdawgz.com, and I got a pick in this Colorado State versus Washington college basketball game going down on Thursday, November 28th, 2024. Here at Pickdawgz, we drop the most free pick videos at anyone, so click that subscribe button, drop a like. It helps us out a lot. If you guys are looking for the picks like the best, the picks like the most, the picks that I'm betting myself personally, go to Pickdawgz.com, click the free pick section, or click the link in the description of this video. You will find all my plays there. All right, man. Hope everyone's having a nice Thanksgiving. We got Colorado State in Washington going at it, and I believe this game is in Southern California or somewhere in California. So not really a home court advantage for either squads here. Not too much of travel from Colorado as well as Washington. And man, interesting teams here. You know, Washington coming in with a 4-1 record. Haven't been able to cover a spread though. 0-4 ATS. They do have a game, a D2 game that isn't calculated into the ATS record, but man, this team just hasn't been able to cover. An absolute money loser so far this season, averaging 72 points per game, giving up 65.4 points per game. Tyler Harris is their leading scorer, averaging 14.2 points per game. And looking at their schedule here, I mean, UC Davis kept it close with them. They only beat UC Davis by 6 points as 15.5-point dogs. Their last game was against an Alcorn State team that you would typically think Washington would blow an Alcorn State team out. They won that one by 17, but they were 27-point dogs in that game. UMass Lowell, they only beat them by 5 as 11-point dogs. So they're not only not covering, I mean, they're not even getting close to covering these spreads. So that just tells me that Vegas and the odds makers have it wrong with Washington. Their spreads have been way too inflated this season, and it shows. So, I mean, this is a spot where they're actually going to get a bit tested. Their best game so far, or their strongest opponent, has been Nevada. They were 6-point dogs in that one, went into Nevada, lost that one by 10, so couldn't even cover that one, getting points. So, yeah, I mean, this will be an interesting game for Washington. You know, it's tough to get a read on this team yet, but the fact that they're 0-4 ATS, 0-4 ATS, is definitely concerning, and it's kind of the same deal with Colorado State, 3-2 record, 1-4 ATS. This team has only covered one game this season, averaging 77.4 points per game, giving up 72 points per game. Nikke Clifford is their leading scorer, averaging 18.8 points per game. And like I said, I think it's a similar story with Washington. I mean, this Colorado State team has been able to put together good programs year after year over the last couple of years, and I think the odds makers expected Colorado State to be a bit better than they have been this season. They're coming off a bad loss against UC, I believe that's UC Irvine. They were 10.5-point favorites in that one, lost that game outright. I mean, what's going on there? They do have a solid opponent in Ole Miss. That Ole Miss team, I think, is pretty solid. Lost that one by 15 as 6-point dogs, and then, you know, even Denver University kept it close with them. They only won that game by 9. I mean, Tennessee State only won that one by 8 as 23.5-point dogs. So similar story to Washington. They're not even getting close to covering these spreads, and they're losing outright to bad teams. So, I mean, these are two teams that I typically don't want to back. Just looking at these records, like I said, I think they're a bit overvalued by the odds makers. Before this pick, I am going to roll with Washington. The game against UC Irvine and Colorado State, that was really concerning for me. I think this Colorado State team might be a fade this year. I think, you know, after a few good seasons, I think they may be coming down to baseline, and it may be a rough season for Colorado State. At least Washington is winning these games. So I'm going to take Washington here. It's definitely a lean, and I think they should be able to get the job done. I think they're built better all around. Should be somewhat of a close game, but I'm going to give the edge to Washington. I appreciate you guys watching this, man. Click that subscribe button. Drop a like. Drop in the comments who you're taking. If you are looking to follow my handicapper career more closely, follow me on Instagram at BradWinsBets. And if you guys are looking for the picks like the best, the picks like the most, the picks that I'm betting myself personally, go to Pickdawgz.com, click the pre-pick section, or click the link in the description of this video. You'll find all my plays there. I'll catch you on the next one.